Hello. Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name's Ketan. I call myself that day-to-day guy. And today, as you can see, I'm at work. It's just gone 6 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday, which is when my YouTube videos normally come out, get published, whatever the terminology is. So yeah, the year has passed pretty quickly, and it's always cliche to say this at this time of year, but it really has flown by, and it's been work-wise, it's been a very quiet year, so that's been a little bit worrying. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about how we possess all traits, and it's a bit of a wishy-washy title because nobody actually searches for this stuff on YouTube. But I'm not really doing this for kind of, like views or mass per se. So anyway. What do I mean by that? We have all traits. Well, something we do as human beings is everyone does it to somebody or other. We put them on a pedestal. Idolize is the wrong term, but idolize is when you want to be like somebody. If you think, oh, I'd love to be like this person. I'd love to be like this person. Be it Tom Cruise, David Beckham, George Clooney, whatever. And kind of gave away some of my man crushes there, didn't I? But no, even people that we're around, we sometimes put them on a pedestal and we focus on one trait of theirs, and we think, oh, this person is so this, and then whether it be a friendship or an intimate relationship, we say this person is so chill or this person is so this, and then what happens is one day they do something that's contrary to that, and we're surprised all of a sudden, and then I kind of perception of them breaks down, and essentially the relationship breaks down. And I talk about this quite a lot with my friends, and I try not to put people on a pedestal. When I meet someone and they're really nice, I think to myself, yeah, they're nice, and they are nice. But we all have the ability to not be nice, if you will. So it's important to remember that. And it sounds really obvious and what I'm saying, but the fact is most people don't think like this. Most people don't think this way. I'm really distracted by the level of rain here. I don't know if you'll hear this in the video, but it is absolutely chucking it down. But back to the video, back to the point. How do I highlight this? I always give this example. Like when I'm at the Old People's Day Centre that I volunteer at on a Monday. So like I'll be there, I'll be, helping them out, serving lunch, making teas, coffees, whatever, doing what I'm doing off my own back, which some might argue, oh, you're such a nice guy. Yeah, cool, whatever. However, I walk 4 meters out, get in my car, pull out of the driveway of the day center, and I'm a different person. I'm on the road, and I'm like, yeah, get out of the way, you fucking this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. And it just goes to show that, nobody is one thing all of the time, yeah? Other traits will always show up in different scenarios of life with different people. And granted, some people's traits are more amplified than others and more prevalent. But the point I'm making is everybody has the capacity to be both good, bad, and even that's, a matter of perception, whether something is good or bad. Somebody might think something is good. So another person might think that thing is bad. But the point is, anger, envy, kindness, all these traits in life, thoughtfulness, whatever. Everyone has the ability to have those. So even the nice people, put them in a situation, they might, blow up and get angry. And I guess I just want to make you aware of that. And why I want to make you aware of that is that when somebody does something that goes against your perception of them, you're not surprised by it, and you're not going to judge them and then completely change your perception from one thing to another. And that's the kind of point of this. So as long as you remember in the back of your head, you just have a more balanced life. And I've spoken about this before, right? Balance in life is everything, because you don't live your life at the extremes. It can be bought. I'm smirking right now because yesterday I posted something controversial on social media about like racism and stuff. And even now, like the extremes are that illegal immigration, immigration, foreigners, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the other extreme is, absolute, complete, socialism where the government is rewarding people who are not working and taxing the working population. I'm not going to talk about that. But the point I'm saying is we've got extremes in everything, and it's important to live your life in the middle and realize that most things in life are in the middle. Some people have extreme views, but those people don't represent the majority of the population. So therefore, it's important not to get worked up, and that's easier said than done. So one thing I'm trying to do in that respect is react to less social media posts. I actually deleted my Instagram algorithm, so I don't see too much of that stuff. And now I'm waffling. But just to reiterate the point that I've made on this video, if you're somebody who's... Sorry, I thought there's someone outside. If you're somebody who is in a relationship with somebody or close friends with somebody, which I like to think we all are, don't put that person on a pedestal. Don't love them any less, and don't like their positive traits any less. But just understand that everybody has a potential to. That's what it's just called being human. We're here to experience everything that life has to offer, including feelings and emotions. So, and as I said, that some people's traits are more amplified than others, and some people are just cunts, and that's it is what it is. It's cool, but you don't have to hang around with those people. I think that's I'm done. I'm gonna get this out, and as usual, I also thank you for watching this video. And if anyone's been on this YouTube journey with me, you'll notice that I've done a video at least once a week. On holiday, I've done a video more times than once a week, but every single Tuesday, I'm putting out this content, and I'm not doing this for any other reason than just to get my thoughts out there, and also try out new camera gear and different filming techniques and so on and so forth. I just love filmmaking. When I'm watching films, I watch films in a completely different way to a normal person does. I'll look at the lighting techniques, and I look at this and the other. You might not be able to tell that from the quality of my videos, but I'm just fascinated by all that. So, and I'm a middle-aged man who is, on his own, living life, navigating life, and I'm sure there's other people out there who, like me, think these things, but don't necessarily talk about them. So, I'm not here to be a YouTuber, but if you like my philosophy and my vibe, feel free to like and subscribe. If not, then it's cool, Sometimes this video will pop up in someone's algorithm, and if you've got this far, thank you for watching, and I'm going to shut up, and we'll see you next week. Ciao for now.